Part 4. Have we asked ourselves questions like how is, and then, or to when it began, to which this bitter blue pill came in, or if it even already left? And as to why all this was voluntarily consumed, and which only did grieved us immensely, and loomed ever closer to the brinks of insanity. But this is not worthy right now to debate it, nor do not try to profane it. Because it's no mystery to me, but to you it could be. So, I'm not quite sure if you would like it or hate it.
Just feeling a wee bit uncomfortable right now, to be honest.
And because it's really hard to describe until when it will all be finished and take no less of us, and for us to take in or contain it. Besides, I have probably wrote 6 books on that subject already, just in order for me to try and help us relate to it.
Oh.
Now that's a story for another time, but this is what we shall focus on now. Onward to other things, apparently more constitutional, congealed or real, and clearly defined. But also, definitely more, incontestably refined. And so, before we move on, shall we take on a much more serious note? As to summarize this all-encompassing approach, you may even relate to a more sinister debate, as to which we uncovered is that we could not make any more time to kill, but found plenty of this extra time to pass. By watching reruns, series, and sitcoms on Netflix, YouTube, and Hulu of the likes of Ken and Peele, The Simpsons. Or even something as retro as MacGyver 2. And also, let's not try to seal, and don't forget to reveal, is that either we chewed out someone, which was the real, and a most disrespectfully concealed ordeal, which took all us asunder, and all the while, is we mostly never had ever demonstratively repealed to that matter. Do you remember when a springing, or spouting of derivation began, rising undetectably sprang forth? First, quietly whispered, most likely smoothly, faintly soothingly tactful, playfully appeasing, or lightly enabling. And not wanting confrontation, to pleasing, not wanting to push the envelope, or crossing the unspoken line, acting a little cautiously submissive, and controlling ourselves to a recognizable sense of affection, affirmative, or an amicable and populistical approach. Keeping a superlative sensibility while being whimsically likable. To keeping a framed consistency and a steadfastly controlled maintenance of well-being to the summit heights of superb affability. Do you remember a time when this same diabolical and diametrical dirge helped us without caution tell off or offend? By simply allowing our manners to slip loosely to digress and conjure a proclivity to cursing, or by cussing out a part of our family or fellow associate, and of a friend or to a stranger that was vulnerable or endangered. Almost even to a point of extremely hurtful unrest that we caused, and which felt so dreadful. Even enough to the point of calling this duress.
Sure!
Was it someone closest to us, or one we never gave time to, or to explain, nor given a chance at a better understanding? And maybe it was someone that we didn't have an attraction to regard in the slightest sense, or to learn to let trust commence. This, most so often, just did not allow any of that, and did not lead us to anywhere, or any closer to anything sensible. But more likely so, apprehensively, to reprehensible, or to any decisively schemed fecundity, nor to any kind of sheer productiveness. Maybe even 80 to 90% of the time, if we do get done doing this stuff, we made the time for. We often suddenly and magically try to resist the affliction and regress to depression or repress the correction. But unfortunately, however, usually not with conviction, but by condemnation, looming with guilt, depravity, perdition, or contradiction. We then, after all this is said and done, we will tell ourselves that I really wished that I would have done. Or that they should not have wasted mine, or our time, and none on this, or none on that, or... Yet as that I or we could have done better, or should have, or have seen this coming, and other reclusive lists of excuses, and of retarded remissions.
But
the reality is, we all have our choices and decisions, but surely put the blame on everything else risen. This is insanity, and leads to anguish and repetitive depravity, all this time wasted by not taking self-responsibility. Please, no more vain discussions. This is simply contrary, and leads imminently to the contradictory, and it's something of nothing, and its only lurid use is the banal consumption of more precious times in sued reduction.
why is this all too familiar?
Well, this is only my humble opinion, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Or please ask yourself if that makes perfect sense. Does what I describe symbolize proof of my insatiable curiosity, or more clues to prove of my profound proclivity to insanity? Should we just end this debate now and be done? Am I really that gone?
Go on!
Because I just recently found this out myself. So, I'm also sure that it's not just me that see, and rarely do we ever take the time to do which actually pays off in the long run. And that what was worth doing, or that we wished could have done much better, that is a much bolder and more honest question to ask ourselves. And also an even braver, more courageous way for approaching our living of full meaningful lives, and is well unto that, a much gripping journey to partake. Because what you apparently see is, the treasure and wisdom is captured, and feelings are made positive. Much better than what we described in the earlier part, and is but more than feelings of bliss, but reality is often consists of practical and sensible skills learned. Ones that can entertain, to teach, share, show laughter, but as mystique, give critique, instruction, and can be taken without much disharmonious interruption. As you can guess, to be continued.